Well, it takes blood, sweat, and tears to successfully run a business, and most business owners would probably tell you the greater the effort, the sweeter the reward. Our next guest says the same logic should apply to their retirements. Omaha's retirement strategist Daryl Bryant is one of the city's premier financial advisors. He's also the president of Bryant Retirement Strategies and hosts the Retirement Strategies radio show on 1110 KFAB. Tune in Saturdays at 8 a.m. Daryl, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good. Hey, you know, when we're talking about small business owners, there's a lot of small business owners out there watching. Maybe some people are related to one. What do you want them to know about retirement?
Well, the first thing is the maid's house is genuinely never clean. You know what I mean? You probably heard that.
Yeah.
So the small business owner works and he works and he works and he runs into a lot of problems. In fact, I'm a small business owner, and I will tell you, and my staff knows that I'm generally, I hope they know, if you're watching out there, get to work, number one. But if you're running a small business, you're very involved in the small business 24/7, and you're always thinking about what you're supposed to do as the next move with running the small business itself.
And you're wearing many hats.
Wearing a lot of hats. So you're doing marketing and you're doing whatever you're doing. And so that causes you to neglect your own neglect your own personal finances. And then there's the problem of this. A small business owner has several employees, et cetera. I'm talking about 8 or 10 employees, maybe 20 employees, et cetera. Pretty small business in the scheme of things. Well, the problem is that he collects revenue, right? He's trying to run a small business. He's trying to expand. But he thinks, well, wait a second. If I put these dollars into if I create a 401k, if I do a SEP IRA, you know, there are a lot of really neat plans out there. But if I do that, then I don't have that access to that money anymore to run the business and expand the business. And so the small business owner makes the mistake of doing this. He makes the mistake of thinking he's going to grow this business, and the business itself is his retirement plan. And that requires a couple of things. Number one, to find a buyer at the right time. So now you're 65 to 70 years old and you think you're going to go out there and find a buyer. That's a problem number one. Or he might think that one of his kids is going to take the business over, or one of his current employees is going to take the business over and then pay him a salary, you know, as he's retired. And that would mean that business had better be successful, or he goes into retirement with no income one day because he finds out that, you know what, I was a really critical element in that business, and now that I'm gone, it doesn't run quite as smoothly, you know, as it used to. So the point of the matter is, the small business owner has to take things seriously. You need to do what everybody else does and create, you know, use a simple IRA, SEP IRA, whatever it is, but you're going to have to create your small 401ks, solo 401k if you're a solo business owner. There are things you can do, but you're going to still have to make that commitment to say, you know, I'm setting these dollars away. I'll figure it out on the business side. I got to put some money away toward retirement.
And I imagine a lot of business owners do that, right? They just rely on their business as their retirement and aren't putting as much money away.
Yeah, there is an entire segment of my industry called exit strategies, Mike. And so what we want to do in that arrangement is to work with that small business owner when he's 55 years old. He has a relatively mature business, but now what are we going to do to get you out of this thing? Because you create, you create a monster, so to speak, that you're trying to exit from, but how are we going to do that? And how much what we call goodwill do you provide for that business? Goodwill meaning, if I'm not here, this thing falls apart, right? So the amount of the goodwill that is perceived in that business is going to directly relate to his ability to sell that business at the right time.
Typically, you work with people nearing retirement, right? With business owners, is it the same way, or does it take more planning for business owners who are looking to go into retirement?
Well, our area of expertise is creating income plans or pensionizing assets, you might say. So we will work with small business owners. We have many small business owners that we might take on when they're 52 or 53 years old, but they just sold their business, and now they're trying to create income and grow these dollars, you know, toward income for life, you know, at that time. Beyond that, for non-business owners, just regular old employees of whatever company, we like to start at about 55 or better, 55 to 60. Our average client is probably 62 when we meet them. And then we take on the task of creating income for life and setting up income streams that they know they can't outlive. And then you can retire with confidence with a really predictable lifestyle and, you know, protect some assets and so forth.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. If you or your spouse out there, if you own a small business, Daryl and his team, they're really making it easy for you to get started. They'll do a complete planning review for you, and they'll also do it free of charge for qualified callers. The number is 402-932-2141. And you brought three books in today, and you've given these away in the past.
Yeah, we have a lot of books. Here, I'll hold them up. We have, 7 Secrets to a Happy Retirement, 5 Retirement Myths. Those are real popular, and Patrick Kelly's Stress-Free Retirement. All of these happen to be written by my good friend Patrick Kelly out of Portland. I have a lot of articles that I've written for Fox or Fortune or Money or et cetera. We can provide you information on really any subject matter, whether you're a small business owner or employee, it doesn't matter.
Well, I think that third one is especially helpful, stress-free retirement, because when you're going into retirement, that one right there.
Yeah, what you don't want is 30 years of wringing your hands and wondering if your money's going to last, right? So you need a real income plan, and that's our area of
absolutely. Well, if you're nearing retirement, just want to meet with Daryl and mingle with the team. He's hosting a movie event on December 17th at 11 a.m. It's a private showing of the new Star Wars movie Rogue One. You can call his office now for your complimentary tickets. Again, that's 402-932-2141. They just had a Star Wars marathon on one of the channels yesterday. I was watching a couple of those.
Is that right? Well, the trailer looks really good.
It does look good, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
A lot of big fans out there. Daryl, thanks for your time this morning.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you soon. Guests of the Morning Blend start their day with coffee.